Hey everybody, it's Keith with Trades Education Center and back with another episode of Trades Secrets, the official podcast of TEC. And I have with me a very special guest here today. It is John Addington with Clayverse Media right here locally in the Jackson County area.
Yes.
And well, it's great to have you on the show.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, first of all, you and I have met a couple different times, but most recently we were at the Partners in Education breakfast for the chamber.
Yes.
And of course, I was like, yeah, marketing, all the things you do. I was like, you need to come in the studio. We need to talk because you and I both understand the need for all businesses, at least on our side, the skilled trades businesses, the need to be in the market.
Yes. Yeah.
So explain, explain who Clayverse Media is, where that came from, and then I know we've got some Easter eggs to uncover about you and the trades. So go for it.
Okay. Yeah. So think of it this way. Service businesses are really good at what they do, but no one taught them how to do marketing. And so that's where I decided I'm going to start a business to help them be good at what they do so they don't have to think about the marketing side of it.
Perfect.
So I help businesses with especially video marketing because that's the popular thing today.
Yeah.
And you basically have to have it. If anyone out there has ever tried to run an ad on Google, Facebook, wherever, they're going, do you have a video to go with this? It'll perform better. It asks that.
Yep.
So we put an emphasis on video and websites.
Okay.
In particular, not necessarily always designing the websites, but making sure the wording is correct on the websites, as your Google business profile is super big.
Okay.
Especially with the services. You want to be found on all the maps.
Got it. And so I've people might not know this, but that whole, what is it? Google My Business. So GMB.
Yeah.
You got to have a good GMB, right?
Yes.
So those of you who don't know that, John, explain what a GMB is.
So Google My Business, what you'll create is what they would call a Google business profile.
Okay.
And with the Google business profile, what that does is it gives the location of your business. It also gives the areas that you service. It gives the phone numbers that they call.
That's important.
It gives the websites that you go to. And we really put an emphasis on Google because Google is the #1 search engine on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And so you really want to get that right, because if billions of people are searching on Google, that means your local people are searching on Google.
Yep.
And you want to be seen. And what the Google business profile does for you is puts you towards the top of those search lists. Because if you have your Google business profile done correctly and your website done correctly, you'll show up at the top of those feeds.
So it's not just the Google My Business page, but then, like you mentioned, the wording on your website.
Yeah.
Like that's what's that big term? Search engine optimization. Is that the biggie?
Yeah. So you'll actually see some things if you look up search engine optimization. They'll say search engine optimization is dead.
SEO, everybody.
Yeah.
SEO.
Yeah. SEO. They'll say SEO is dead. That's inaccurate. And the reason I say that is SEO is not dead. It has changed.
Okay.
With the introduction of AI, what's happening is now people are searching through AI.
Sure.
And so why the website matters so much is the website gives you authority. And so they're not just looking for keywords anymore. They're looking for authority. And so you have to create that authority through your website.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's still an engine optimization. So that's why I always say SEO is not dead. It's just changed. You know? So, and there's different terms for it now where there's GEO, AEO, all of those things. But the reality of it is it's an engine optimization. And what you're trying to do is get seen.
In other words, you want to make sure that you as a business, you carry through digitally the authority you have in person.
Correct.
Is that?
Yeah.
In other words, if you're a fantastic framer, if you're a fantastic, let's say you do decks and sunrooms and stuff.
Yep.
You want to make sure that the authority and the expertise that you have in person translates online.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. But again, not everybody knows how to do that.
No, no. And why would you, right? Like
That's not your business.
You're fantastic at plumbing or framing, right? And if you're really good at those, you don't have the time to be really good at figuring out all this marketing stuff and this jargon that we're speaking right now, right?
Yeah.
Or even have time to film those videos that everyone tells you need to do it, right? Like you got to film videos and you got to be on YouTube, which I don't disagree for a service industry. Like YouTube is a great place because it's the second most searched engine.
Yeah, right.
So YouTube is a great place to be, and YouTube helps you give authority.
Okay.
So like
same
thing. So like now a great instance is if anyone's ever Googled how to do something, you're going to see the AI version pop up.
Yeah.
You're going to see some blogs, but you're also going to see some videos pop up.
Yeah.
And so you want to be the person that pops up with
your video
and your blog.
Nice. Okay.
And so now you have the authority.
So it's all connected.
So it's all connected.
In other words, when the search engine goes out there, or if somebody's using AI,
yep,
it goes out there and it sees, oh, I see a Google My Business page. Oh, I see a website. Oh, I see a blog. Oh, I see videos on YouTube. They're all connected to this same entity.
Yes.
Now that entity has authority and they're going to pop up.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Okay.
In the simplest terms. Of course, there's a lot more to it than that.
In a term that I can understand.
In the simplest terms, what you're doing is you're just creating your digital presence, which gives you that authority.
Okay, cool. All right. So how long, well, I guess, yeah. How long has Clayverse Media been doing that?
So Clayverse Media, we really started doing, so I've been doing photos for 10 years, video for 5.
Okay.
So that's the majority of what I started with was photos and videos. We really started doing the more marketing process the beginning of this year because I had so many people coming to me and asking me to do more than just the photos and videos. And so we said, okay, we're using these same techniques to build our business. We can use these techniques to help other people build their business. So we really are the specialist in video, and the best way to say it is what I am is, if you've ever heard of Donald Miller, he wrote a book called Story Brand.
Okay.
Small Business Flight Plan. I am actually Story Brand certified. So my role is to help you tell the story so that people come in, because there's a lot of marketing today that everyone's telling you need to go viral. I disagree with that wholeheartedly, because being viral doesn't get you business.
No.
Because being viral isn't intentional on who you're getting in front of.
It's a flash in the pan, really.
Story is intentional on who you're getting in front of. And so I'll ask you this question. If I charged you $2,500 for a video,
okay,
and you've got 1 million views and 2 sales, would you think that was worth it?
1 million.
Let's use
1 million views.
Let's use
but only 2 sales.
Yeah, let's use plumbing. What would you say, like? And let's niche down. Let's use septic.
Okay.
Right. Let's use septic.
Okay.
What would you say maybe the average price point or ticket would be for a septic service?
I'd say at least, I don't know, somewhere in the 500 to 1,000 range.
Okay, we'll say 750. Okay, so we say 750. You paid $2,500. You got 1 million views.
Yay!
You got 2 sales.
That's not enough to pay.
You didn't even make enough to pay for the video, much less make profit. But what if I got you in front of 20 people and you made 10 sales?
It's way better.
It's way better.
It's targeted.
So the idea is to not spread wide, but to narrow in.
Okay.
And so that's what I do.
Find the
Find
right people.
Correct. What I do is help you find the right people, because not everyone needs your service.
True.
That is just the reality of it. Not everyone needs your service.
Yeah.
And what you want to do is present yourself as, in the story brand language, you want to present yourself as a guide in their story. So a lot of the marketing people, what they're going to tell you is you should present yourself as the hero. You're the person that can solve their problems and do those things. But the reality of it is when you present yourself as a hero in their story, it's a conflicting story.
Because everybody wants to be the hero in their own story.
Correct. And let's be real. If you're the hero, if you look at the hero in any story, they're usually weak, are they not?
There's always a weakness.
There's always a weakness. Now, do they want the weak person helping them?
No.
No. They would rather have the guide that shows up in the story. A great example, Star Wars, right?
I was going to say the guides are always
always
awesome.
the guys, right?
Right?
Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, right? You see those guides.
Rafiki,
right? Like you see those guides pop up. That's who you want to be. And that's the story you want to tell. You want to say, you have a problem. I understand that problem and I can help that.
In you talking about that, in my mind, I'm thinking, is there not enough time spent helping a business figure out first and foremost who they are?
Yeah.
Before you get to the marketing part.
And that's huge, to ask yourself, who do you serve? That's the question you really need to bring in. We do something called a brand script. So this brand script builds this idea of who the client is that you serve, this avatar of who is it that you're actually serving, right? And then we talk about the problem, because it's really a 7-step thing. There's a hero who has a problem, who meets a guide, who gives them a plan and calls them the action. And then when they call the action, they either have success, or if they don't take that action, they have failure. And that's your marketing right there. If you really think about it. Now,
every great story.
It's every great story. It's every great story. And so story is the one thing that surpasses AI, surpasses technology, surpasses any kind of trend that's out there. Story is going to always surpass that, because story is what we've been using for thousands of years.
It translates.
And it translates and people understand it.
Yeah.
And if you confuse, you lose.
Yep.
And you want to make it clear what you do, how you do it, and tell them how to get in touch with you to help them with it.
Sounds pretty simple.
Yeah, sounds simple. Yeah.
Well, so before you got into that, though, let's get into your story a little bit.
Okay.
So how did, because so far, those who are paying attention here, he's already kind of involved a discussion about the skilled trades a lot already, just in this discussion from septic to plumbing. Why do you have that connection?
So it's interesting. My career actually started, I would say, in marketing, because I played in a band.
Okay.
And the way you grow in a band is market.
Yeah.
Right. So I did that for several years, my late teens, early 20s.
Okay.
From there, when the band, I was done. I don't want to tour anymore. I actually entered into the plumbing world.
No kidding.
And I worked on a septic truck.
Folks, this is a surprise. Hey, go ahead.
Yeah. So I helped people clear up their poop. Right.
Everybody's got it.
Everybody's got it. Where that comes from is my family actually works in the trades.
Okay.
My grandfather and father owned a concrete business. So they used to lay driveways.
Oh,
right. So, that was something they did. My very first job ever was carrying lumber for framers. So,
all right.
From plumbing, I moved into motorcycle mechanics. And so,
wow.
Yeah. So I actually worked in the motorcycle industry for 15 years before
Still dealing with fluid.
Yep, still dealing with fluid.
Just going through
Yeah,
engines.
just going through engines. But so that's why I think the service industry has always kind of spoke to me, because it's
Yeah.
near and dear to my heart. And
You've seen it.
I've seen it. I've been in it. I've been on the other side of it. So I understand, even watching business owners, because my family was going, I don't know how to get more business, right? Like,
How to make that phone ring, baby.
what do I do here? And today, not that it wasn't difficult then, but there's a lot. Even 20 years ago, you could put your name in the yellow pages and get calls, right?
Yep.
Today, if you ask someone what the yellow pages are, they're going to be like, it's a website.
True. True.
So
Yeah. Okay.
they're going to say, well, how do I look it up? Google.
Yeah.
Right. Not open the book. So that's my background. And that's where I really push towards the business to help them, because I get it.
I was going to say, you've seen that side of it. You've been there when the business is not getting the calls they want.
Yep.
When they're not getting the clients they want.
Yeah. And it affects everyone, right? And,
Yeah.
and I wasn't the owner of the septic business, but there were days I would sit there.
Yeah.
Waiting for the phone to ring.
Yep.
And I'm not making money. The owner's not making money, but I'm also not making money because I work on a commission. So
yeah.
If I don't do the job, there wasn't anything there. So that's I want to help these businesses make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, it all is clicking for me as you talk about, because you've been on that side of it, because you've seen that, but now that you've gone through, well, you went through the experience with your band, you went through the experience of now doing photography and videography, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've gone through all the ins and outs of making it work for you. And then you're like, oh, but wait a minute, those skilled tradespeople, man.
I believe wholeheartedly that the skilled tradespeople are the future of this country.
Yeah.
I have many friends that went to college. I have a college degree.
Same.
Yeah. I can tell you I don't make money from my college degree, and a lot of my friends don't either. But a lot of my friends that started in the trades industry now run or own their own business, and they're doing really well.
Yeah.
And I believe that that's the future of business going forward, is not the college degrees, because the college degrees that we're getting today, transparently, a lot of those entry level positions that you would get are being replaced by AI.
Yeah.
And so you don't have that entry level anymore.
Yeah.
We see it even in my business of video, where entry level editors are almost not needed anymore, because we have AI systems that can cut some of these things and organize for us. So,
wow,
this is a real thing.
Wow.
And it's not,
okay.
I know a lot of people are like, AI is the end of the world, but like, people thought that the assembly line was the end of the world too. So,
true. This is true.
We just have to adapt. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now, again, I'm going to go back to a minute. Clayverse.
Yes.
Tell me where it comes from.
So Clayverse Media is actually, Clayverse is Jeremiah 18:4.
Okay.
And I won't say the verse verbatim, but it's where the clay has been destroyed and the potter is remaking it. And it goes on to say that Israel has been broke down and broken, and God can remake. Right. So that's where it comes from, is to say, hey, I get it. Your marketing may be broken, but we can remold it and make it. So that's.
But again, it goes back to partnership.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So, cause we have to be moldable.
Yes. There is that.
If we're resistant to the molding,
yes,
it can be very difficult. So speaking of that, so how is it that you kind of break through some of that with clients, or even now as we're talking to people that are watching this, what makes them think, man, I don't need John? Like, how do you break through some of those ideas of what is it that, that can convince them?
Yeah. I mean, that's a great question. And I would say, look at your numbers And if you don't know what numbers to look at, you should call me.
There you go.
I mean, it's that simple, because I know that marketing in a sense is kind of this like
nebulous.
There's nothing, you can't really measure it, and you just dump money, but that's just not true. Like it's
you
just
can
not
do
accurate.
some very measurable things.
You can do some very measurable things, you know, and sometimes, yes, you're right that you have 4 ads in 4 different places, and it's hard to measure what is working.
Yeah.
You know, in a sense of like, is this working? But if you look to dollars, right? If you look at, we can even measure clicks. We can measure those things. And those are the things that, like, realistically, you as a service industry person, you don't have time to look at that.
No.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. You don't have time to look at that.
Unless it's slow and you don't want to be slow.
Right. If it's slow and you're looking at that, you should probably call me, because we need you to not be looking at that.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah. And I say that because there is some sense of where we hear a lot of people. I know there's a lot of noise right now with, let's make you go viral, let's get you a million views, but that's not measurable results.
No.
You know, we want marketing that's measurable results. We want to see, are people clicking on our website? And when they click on their website,
where are they coming?
Where are they coming from? And if they click on the website, are they following through with us on the website? Is there something on the web? These are all things that we look at over time and adjust, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I think it's important you said partnership, because marketing is not you're going to get 500 phone calls next week. It's a long-term play.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of times the calls that I get are, it's not that it's too late, but they're in a position to where they need right now.
Yeah.
And I would say, let's talk before you need right now, so that you don't get to I need right now.
Sure. Because I know that, I know you and I talked before, we started that, y'all can lay out different levels of service to where, let's say there's, emergency, we got to go all in, or I'd like to maintain.
Yep.
Maybe I'd like to grow. Because I know, if those of you out there, you may or may not know, in the business world, there's some percentages of budget that should go toward marketing.
Yeah.
And what are those typically? Because I know, like, small business administrations out there telling people some pretty solid numbers, I think.
Yeah.
So what are those numbers?
So this is what I see in my experience. If you want to maintain, you need to put at least 10% towards, and 10% of your revenue,
not profit,
not
revenue,
revenue towards
marketing.
That's to maintain. If you don't want to grow now, and I understand that there are service industries out there that, like, look,
they're good.
I've got business, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. But if you want to grow, you need to be putting 20 to 25%. I talked to a gentleman the other day. He's putting 40%.
Wow.
40%.
Wow.
Now, I understand that that's, for some people out there, they're like, whoa, how do you do that? But when you start thinking about it in dollars, right?
Yeah.
What is that 40% giving you on the other side of it, right? And that's where I think people get scared, because of that initial upfront. Yeah. And then I just told you it takes time.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, he didn't get to 40% overnight either.
No. and that's the thing, is like, you got to be strategic in it, right? And I'm working out, I'll give some real numbers. I'm working with a client right now that they're putting in $1,000 or $1,200 a month in for the next 3 months. And whenever they get a new client, they're upping that budget.
Okay.
So they're taking the new client and upping the budget, new client and upping the budget. Now, this is a little bit different than, say, like a service industry like plumbing.
Sure.
This is an industry where the return is high on one client.
I was going to say,
we would have to,
they've got that number figured out.
Right. So you got to adjust to, like, okay, I need 5 clients, and then I put X amount of those 5 clients back into this to raise the marketing budget.
Got it.
Because if you're raising the budget, that means you're making more profit.
It should be, right?
Right? Like, if you're not, then we have to reconsider what we're doing.
Go back to the drawing board.
And that's the thing with marketing, is it's a constant tweak. It's
Sure.
never
A one and
a
done.
one and done. It's a constant tweak. There's different platforms popping up. There's different avenues that you've got to be aware of. And again, it goes back to the service guys. Like, you don't have time to keep up with that. Like,
Yeah.
and this is where businesses like mine come into play.
Well, not only that, like as fast as our economy is changing right now, as fast as technology changes, like the public needs to know that you're handling that.
Yeah.
Or if you're not, in other words,
Yeah.
are you responding to what the market's doing? Because, I mean, I remember like with skilled trade side, I mean, well, I haven't actually, I'm thinking about like apparel and stuff too. Like when all the tariff stuff started.
Yeah.
Like I got notifications from several different businesses. Hey, we've got so much in stock right now that's pre-tariff. So if you want to buy now, it'd probably be a good idea. I mean, those are little things, but they could be really big because even if somebody didn't need to buy right now, at least they know ahead of time.
Yep.
When I do buy, it's going to be impacted by tariffs. It's going to be more expensive, and they're not going to be as mad about it.
And you see how you're the guide in that. You're saying, I know this.
I'm trying to
help you.
Yeah.
You know you need this, but I want to guide you to say, let's call you to action now. So that's a great example.
And if you can't, be prepared for when you do.
Right. Because that goes back to the success and failure. You call them to action. If you do it now, you'll get it at this price. If you don't do it now, it's going to go up in price.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's story brand, right?
So
it seems overly simplistic, but it works.
And again, it's establishing you as the
guy
authority.
Yeah. You're the authority. You're not the hero.
No.
You are the authority in the situation. And it also helps you with negotiation.
Sure.
When you show up and you're like, you have this problem. I know how to fix it. It's going to cost you X amount of dollars. Right. I mean, it was a little bit, I'm just going to be transparent. It's a little bit easier when you work in septic because they typically have poop coming out of their bathtub. Right. Like, they're like, I need this.
I need it now.
My sales techniques were not sharpened during that time. It was more like, this is what it's going to cost. Do you want it or not? And
the truck is here.
Right. So, but when you work out the story brand, you can also do things where there's add-ons.
Okay.
Right? If you show up somewhere, say it's a remodel and they're remodeling the kitchen, and you say, hey, we could potentially do, you decided you only want to do the counters. We could do the cabinets while we're here tearing everything apart. And there's an upsell, and you have the authority already to say, hey, this would look good with these counters.
Yeah.
Right.
And you've got the pricing for it.
So, those are the kind of things that you look at, and it, like it was septic too, we would go in and say, hey, this is going to fix your problem right now, but in the future, your drain is not going to withstand. Right. And so we need to start thinking about, do you want to replace this? And when do you want to replace this?
Yeah. It's interesting you say that because, like I know that's in all skilled trades where, let's say, like when we have an instructor that helps us out with water heaters here at the school, and something he's trying to preach to plumbers, and I know this can translate to everywhere, is don't assume that every call, when someone says they need a water heater replaced, for instance, don't assume it's going to be a like for like.
Correct.
Because you need to go in asking questions. Okay, this is the size of the house. How many people live here now? Like, yeah. Are they at work every day? Are they working from home? Like, what's the load on this water heater? It's the same thing with everything else. Like, you're fixing electrical, you're fixing countertops, okay, well, how many people are here?
Yeah.
This house is 20 something years old. Have you had this looked at before? Like, like all those little things that it can really add up. Yeah. To, again, that guide idea.
Yes.
Hey, it's okay if you don't do that today. Let me know when you're ready.
Yes.
It can be that, right?
It can be just informing. And another great example is working in sales. Some of the best sales I've ever done is not selling. Like,
yes.
when I show up and they're like, I need a water heater, and you're like, nah, it's not your water heater.
Yeah.
You need to flip your breaker.
Or you got a bad PRV.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I've seen it as simple as your breaker.
Yeah.
Is you got an electric water heater and you need to flip your breaker. Like, I don't know why it went off, but like, let's try that first.
Yeah.
Before we do that.
Yeah.
That person's going to call you back.
Oh,
when they have a problem.
Absolutely.
Because now you're the authority and you're the guy that says, I know what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like you said, I mean, there's so many things that's an example of, where someone's like, I need to replace my septic system. And you're like, nah, you just need to pump it. That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
and you'll be good.
Like,
as it hasn't been pumped in this many years.
Yes. So, but I say all that because, again, when you get that story brand right, you know where you sit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's much easier to do your marketing, to do your sales, to do everything because you know who you're dealing with, you know who you are, you know what you want to represent, and it's easier to have those conversations.
Well, and again, you're getting the clients that you want.
Yes.
As well, because we all know we get clients that we don't want sometimes.
Yes.
So I didn't know this until a few years ago. This whole idea of like firing clients.
I learned that pretty early on.
Right?
Yeah. I learned that pretty early on that not everyone is for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not for everyone.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
very realistic to saying I'm not for everyone.
Yeah.
I had a client recently call me up. He runs a lawn care service and he was asking me to just do some ads for him. And he didn't want to work on what his marketing was. He just wanted to pay me for some ads. And I said, I'm not your guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't do
one-off.
I don't do one-off. I don't want to just do something for the sake of you think it needs to be done.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I want you to do something for the sake of use. It's going to actually be helpful to your business.
Yeah.
And so you will get those clients as well in the service industry. Like, what I do really is the service industry. Like, I'm in that realm,
you are.
Right? Like, so it's interesting because it translates so well. It's just a different skill set.
You're serving the service industries.
Yeah. I'm more business to business, right?
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, anything else, as far as Clayverse Media, as far as the skilled trades, or just anything that people should know about you or about Clayverse Media?
Yeah,
in other words, well, go ahead with what you're going to say, but then tell us how to find you.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're pretty easy to find. We should be. Should be. Look, I am like I will admit, mission right here, that I am like the mechanic that drives the beat up car.
Yes.
Because I spend so much time
on everybody else
that, like, when I go in to do my SEO, I'm like, okay, I gotta get it.
It's been too long.
Yeah, I gotta get in here and do this. So I am that guy. So, but
I get it.
clayversemedia.com.
Okay.
It's super simple. We're on Facebook. You can look up Clayverse Media. And it's 3 words, Clayverse Media. So
pretty simple.
Yeah. We don't do Twitter or X or
whatever it's called.
It's called.
Yeah. The bird.
We're on Facebook. If you want to find me on YouTube, it's actually me, John Addington. So if you look up John Addington Official, that's me personally.
Cool.
Mainly because my Clayverse Media YouTube, I use it for unlisted videos for my clients.
I was going to say, you're producing stuff for them to see before it goes out.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes total sense.
I do have a Clayverse Media.
It's just YouTube, for your clients.
It's just for the clients, and that's it. And so
clients, that's good news, because that means you're testing things out in a format that they can see.
Yeah.
Right? Guys, that's another selling point. Like, they get to see their stuff as if it's live.
Yes.
Because it is.
Yeah.
Just not public.
Just not public. You can only get to it with this link.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, and that's exactly why I want you to see it, how it would be represented, because we were having this conversation before we started, but Guys, do not be fooled by 8K, 4K. You're not seeing that. I bet a lot of you don't even know this, but most of the TVs out there that are 4K are not actually 4K. So if it says UHD, it is not 4K.
Those who are unclear, we're talking about the quality of video that you're getting. So like the one, if you're watching this right now, it's probably, okay, I'm going to say probably 720.
Probably 720.
1080 at best.
Maybe.
At best.
Yeah. At best.
Most likely 720. So when you are, I can videos in 4K and 8K. Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. We can do it.
Yeah,
it's just,
absolutely.
Again, it's a matter of, is it necessary?
Most people are seeing it on this.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's only 720.
That's it. Yeah.
So
majority of people are seeing it on that. Now, I will say, which is interesting, YouTube recently has been pushing more of watching on TV, on the television.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which would then give you some of that.
Will give you some of that.
Depending on your TV.
But I will say this from a service industry. I'm in this boat too. I'm not making videos for you to watch on TV.
No.
I'm making videos for you to watch on the phone.
Absolutely.
So that I'm building authority with my digital landscape. And I would say that's what the service industry needs to do too. Like you don't need to do a bunch of special effects, jumping in cups and things. Just give information so that you're the authority, and it's
pretty simple as far as video goes.
Yeah.
Right? It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Because the more bells and whistles you do, at least to me, at least from my own ignorance, it seems the more fake it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll say this too, while you guys are thinking about marketing, authenticity means a lot right now. Because of AI, because of special effects.
Wow. Yeah.
People are getting kind of tired of seeing the fake.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are excited about AI video and they're excited about all the special effects they can do. But again,
I mean, for entertainment, sure.
Sure. Right. I mean, you think about the top grossing movie in the box office was Avatar. There was a ton of VFX for that, right?
Absolutely.
You look at the Avengers, that's a ton of VFX.
Sure.
But you know what didn't have a ton of VFX, though, is one of the top, is Titanic.
Yeah, because they built everything.
Story.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
It's a good story.
Right? Like, I mean, Avatar's got all the views because it's a good story.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, it's a good story. Like, these are the things that people resonate with, because there's plenty of movies that have really great special effects,
but their stories are horrible.
Yes. So it's about the story, and so I just re-emphasize that over and over again. And if it's something that you do want help with your marketing, to create videos to put out online, to create that authority, if you need help with the wording on your website, or if you need a new website, those are things that I can help you with. Reach out to me, clayversemedia.com. I do have a webinar from time to time, where I teach some of these, so keep an eye out for that.
Cool.
We'll post that up, probably on Facebook and places like that. So if it's something you want, then usually I have a fee of like $47 or something, small interest fee. But the reason I do that is because I want the right audience.
You want the ones that value what you're doing.
Yeah. So, again, just like you guys, you'll want the right audience.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely. Well, John, thank you for sharing your story with us today. Folks, again, if you need to get a hold of John, if you need some help with your marketing, or you don't even know what marketing is, holler at John, clayversemedia.com. Find him on Facebook, and look for John Addington on YouTube as well.
Yep.
And man, so glad you joined us today, and so glad to have another person with a hidden skilled trades background, but really still helping the skilled trades. And that's what we're here to do, is continue to share stories of people that are either in the trades or helping people in the trades. And I appreciate what you do for that. So
thank you. Thanks for having me.
Folks, it's been another great episode of Trade Secrets, the official podcast of Trades Education Center. We'll see you soon.